as one interconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Good evening, and welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Chris, and I'm honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal.
I thought it was a recording.
There's nothing quite like seeing a killer whale up close and learning about them and their natural behaviors. We hope this Orca Encounter will help give you a better understanding of this magnificent creature and all that it represents.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types, or ecotypes, of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whale size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Truly are a natural wonder. And now Kalia, Amaya, Orchid, and Shuka will help you show you some of their physical characteristics. Shuka's blowhole is perfectly designed for taking a quick breath at the surface of the water. Even the location of her eyes works to her advantage. It may look like her eyes are located in that oval white patch. That's just a visual distraction. Her eyes are actually located in the black area in front of the white patch, camouflage from crashing threats. The fin on her back is called a dorsal fin. Helps stabilize her as she swims. It can also help regulate her body temperature. There's no bones or muscle tissue in that dorsal fin, just dense fibrous tissue like the cartilage in our ears and nose. So because it can get so big, they can develop a curve. The pectoral flippers, though, they do have 5 bony digits, just like our human hand. They're used mostly for steering and stopping. And the lobes on either side of the tail, well, those are called flukes. The tail flukes are the killer whale's engine, propelling to speeds of up to 30 miles an hour. That's as fast as some of our speedboats. And killer whales swim the fastest and generate the most power when launching their nearly 10,000-pound bodies up and out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shuka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as a form of communication. Pectoral slaps can be used to show dominance or to get noticed. For example, mother may use a peck slap to get the attention of her cat. But when a killer whale really wants to be heard, they breathe. Spy hopping allows the killer whales to coordinate with one another and get a better view of their surroundings while they hunt. And fluke slaps are another way that killer whales communicate in the wild.
That should have been me. I'm leaving after the first one. I should have left after the first one like her.
They were gonna.
Killer whales are excellent communicators, so it's no surprise they're at the top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
Killer whales in the southern hemisphere will capture sea lions by grabbing them right off the beach. Watch over here as Kalia shows us that same behavior he may see killer whales do in British Columbia. Antarctic killer whales are known to generate waves that wash over floating ice, knocking unsuspecting seals right into the water. Watch as Orca demonstrates that same wave-making technique, showing us one of the more impressive and complex hunting abilities killer whales have developed around the world. Now, you guys got to see some of the waves crashing around the pool, but you can't quite grasp the amount of water that's displaced until you experience it firsthand. Lucky for all of us, we have a very brave volunteer who's willing to challenge the waves generated by these whales. Are you ready? Come on over. What's your name? Hayden, come on down, Hayden. I see you went with the poncho. That's a very wise decision. Water's about 54 degrees today. So Hayden, I'm going to have you sit down right here on this box. And you're going to put your back all the way up against the glass, okay? There's a little handle there for you to hold on to. Are you ready? Oh, you're going to cover up? All right, I like that idea.
Over there.
Let's see if that helps out at all. I don't know. All right, I think we're going to send Orca. She's on the way, screaming at the glass. There she goes, but here comes the wave. Hayden, how was that? That was really good. Nicely done. Let's give a huge round of applause for our volunteer Hayden. Come on up here. Nicely done. All right. So, I have a question for you guys. Which ocean do killer whales live in?
Atlantic.
All of them. Very good. Every single ocean. So it's no surprise that they eat all types of prey, including other whales. Take a look at the screen. You'll see the largest animal on the planet. That's a blue whale. It's 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than a whale like a Maya right here. So how can a killer whale of Maya or Kalia's size take down a whale that size in the wild? Well, it's possible because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
No way that was
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Why are they gonna show us that?
Play is an important part of everyday life for a killer whale. It's how they teach their young to hunt and practice new skills as they grow. Orcas spend lots of time interacting and showing off their playful side, both in the wild and right here at SeaWorld. Porpoising is when the killer whale swims quickly at the surface, breaking out of the water just briefly. You'll often see them doing this when catching a ride in the wake of a boat or surfing in a wave. Killer whales love to be touched and will often be seen rubbing their bellies on rocks when they can. Watch here as the killer whale demonstrates that same behavior in front of all of you. You also see killer whales imitating each other in the wild. We see it in SeaWorld all the time. Whales are always mimicking and learning from one another. Now, playful behavior does have its purpose. A tail whip used in hunting to stun fish. But today, I think these killer whales might just be stunning all of you.
Yeah, that's where I sat at first, but then you guys said no.
We interact with these killer whales every day.
Not
To
the
share
top
trusted
this row.
relationships
That was for
and provide optimal health care, research, and quality of
I was in
life.
the next one down.
The killer whales here take an active
Over
role
there in
in
the
their
middle.
health and well-being.
Yes, they're not really getting that. Daddy.
You take a look at the screen or on the stage, you see Missy has asked for Kalia's dorsal fin. These are called husbandry behaviors and allow the animals to participate in their own health care. Whether it's their dorsal fin, taking a breath from their blowhole, even presenting their tail flips, we can actually ask the tail flips. And right underneath the surface is a bay where veterinary staff can come in and get a blood sample, ensuring the whale's overall health. We can even have the whales to slide up on the scale, like on the video. We weigh the whales once a week to ensure that the younger whales are growing properly and that our older whales are maintaining a healthy weight. We can even ask for a breath sample from their blowhole. Now, none of these behaviors would be possible without the relationships that we build day after day right here at SeaWorld. Right now, I'd like to introduce you to a very energetic little killer whale. This is Amaya. Amaya is the youngest killer whale here at SeaWorld. She is 4 years old. She has a lot of energy and she's incredibly vocal, as you can hear. She was born here in December 4 years ago. She is our smallest killer whale. When I say smallest, she weighs in about 2,300 pounds. She's a very big 4-year-old. And we challenge these whales every day to try new things, to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play keep these whales in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world.
What time does the hot tub close?
If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.
Thank you all so much for joining us tonight for Orca Camp. We hope you gained a great appreciation for this amazing animal. Have a great rest of your night here at SeaWorld San Diego. Bye-bye!